was whiskey, by the way.
Oh, good morning, everybody. We are live. Today is Thursday, May 22nd. Scotch. Down. Hey, listen, you know what they say, right? It's 2 a.m. somewhere.
That's right.
Today is packaging today, just like it is every day, 8:30 Mountain Time. I am joined by my good friend in his corrugated camo hat, Corey Connors.
Good morning, everybody. What a great day. Beautiful outside here in the great Northwest.
Yeah, same thing on my pirate ship in Salt Lake City. It's really quite fantastic.
Do you say "arr" every morning now?
That's I actually only watch R-rated movies.
Are you here to buy supplies for me? Yeah.
I don't join the Navy or the Air Force. It's the Army. All right, this show's off to
we
a
could do
start.
This all day.
We are not going to. So Corey Connors, my friend, actually, let me make sure. I forgot that I'm driving today. I had a call yesterday with an emerging brand.
Yeah.
And they hit me up. Yes, I'm very excited to be able to talk about them once they are a live company. But they were like, hey, we're looking for some people to print some stuff. So they needed some things printed, either shrink sleeves or labels or boxes or corrugated. And I was like, you can talk to these people, you can talk to these people, you can talk to these people. Where's your contract? We went through all of that, right? And then I said, or if you just want to focus on sales and marketing, maybe just find a distributor in your area that you can just say, this is what we need. You got to work with this person. And then they go for it. So Corey, let's talk about, it's Taco Thursday.
Taco Thursday.
So
this is an age-old question. Should we go with direct manufacturing?
You work for a distributor.
Yeah.
Very good one.
We manufacture and we distribute, but most of the world knows us as a distributor.
Forgot you guys manufacture corrugated,
point of purchase displays, many other things. But what the focus is, solving the total solution, for becoming the total solution provider for the customer. And when you have a smaller company or a larger company that doesn't want to deal with 17 different suppliers and have to because every single order you have to buy from someone, you have to follow up with them, you have to pay them, so this becomes a massive undertaking. You have to keep it straight. Which supplier do we buy this from? So this is where we come in as Veritiv and companies that can provide the full solution. We are the one source. We are the source. You come to us and you say, oh, follow up on that, follow up on this. Here's my list of things I need you to do for me today. And also, we stock the inventory and then we deliver as you need it. So rather than storing truckloads of corrugated, let us do that. And then you buy it when you need it. You don't pay for it until you receive it. It becomes a cost savings overall in the long run, because you're not stocking hundreds of pallets or sometimes thousands that you don't need yet.
Yeah. Okay. So since this is the Packaging Today show and we never do things easily, I will tell you, because I completely agree with that. I've worked for a distributor before. And this is kind of what I told the brand is this. And this, I'm going to speak in very general terms right now, but if you have the ability to go and buy from the people making things, odds are you are going to pay less for those items. Not all the time, but for a lot of items, like you talked about corrugated, for example. If you are in a stock-sized box that a Veritiv is going to buy bazillions of. I think that's the actual number, is bajillions.
That's 1.5 bazillions. Yeah, that's our inventory level. Yep.
So you're probably in that case going to be able to get a better price from buying from a distributor who's stocking it. My world, printed labels, printed shrink sleeves, printed folding cartons.
Yep.
Oftentimes the scalability is really only relevant to your ability to scale your print.
Right.
And so there are advantages in terms of, sometimes you can get more favorable terms from a distributor, from a broker. They'll warehouse your items. They'll act as a bit of a bank. But if all you're going to do is just transactionally buy labels, let's say, and then run them, you're probably better off on those SKUs just buying from someone who makes them. Now, to your point, if you just don't want to deal with it, and there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. It's like let's talk about building a house. So if you wanted to build a house, you could go find a home builder, a general contractor, a reputable one, the Veritiv of home building. Go find that person and say, this is what I want. You design it, and then they find the lumber. They do all that stuff.
They have relationships with the drywallers, the framers, the concrete team, the painter, or like you said, you can go out and you can call 37 different people and get 3 bids for each one, and or you can rely on your contractor.
And I've had friends.
Great analogy.
Honestly, and I've never built my own home, so I don't know what this is like, but I've had friends who have acted as their own general contractor. In some cases, they saved hundreds of thousands of dollars on their home, and it was really great because they kind of knew what they were doing. Others, it's a complete nightmare because it's a disreputable person or whatever it is. So, we're never going to come on here and say like this is always the right thing to do all the time. But
always options.
I do think it's an important conversation to have for. And by the way, you mentioned this before. Plenty of small brands just go direct, and plenty of large brands rely on distributors. And usually, honestly, it's kind of a mix. Of you're kind of mixing and matching as you go. So I gave them all the options. I put them in touch with people who could help them out. And by the way, I don't charge people for that. So if you want to spend 15 minutes on the phone and say, this is what I'm really struggling with, myself, Corey, Velio. Oh, we can't speak for Velio, but we will.
We can. He trusts us.
We can do that. We're happy to jump on a call and help you out. And this is what I always say is it's easy for me to send emails. I don't charge anybody for that. But if you're like, can you please execute this strategy for us? Can you get pricing? It's like, okay, well, for me, at least in my consulting role, I know it's different for you and Velio.
Right.
That's where I have to start getting all the dollar bills, y'all.
Right. So at a certain point, it becomes a financial transaction.
Correct.
There's a beginning of a relationship where it's friendly and there's no commitment. We're not proposing marriage yet, but at some point you need to decide and team up with someone. And oftentimes people will push that a little too far. Say, oh, I need more advice. I need more advice. I need more advice. And okay, well, this is the part where you place orders with me, and we're excited to do that for you and with you as a partner. But that's one thing I would caution people on is don't overextend a relationship because you can burn bridges by saying, I need you to do this for me for free.
Yes.
That can go too far and become frustration, and that you can get a bad reputation in the industry by using up all your relationships.
I'll tell you a story, and this is, I guess it's kind of relevant, but here we are.
You're in a pirate ship. You can do whatever you want.
I can do whatever I want. I was, Oh, thanks, Hugh. Someone Hugh says introductions cost nothing. Always happy to make introductions to my trusted partners.
Thank you, Hugh. Hugh's amazing. There's other people in the industry like that will help.
Yeah. So I had somebody in a position like what Hugh does, right? Hugh is in a position where he makes a lot of decisions on packaging vendors. This was not a story about Hugh. But this person was like, no, we want to go with your company. We did all the pricing. This was like months and months and months and months and months. We had email agreements and everything in place. Well, then this person leaves, and their boss was like, this was never going to happen. We're like, what do you mean? And he pulls it up and he's like, well, they were saying the same things to our other suppliers and had already awarded all this business to them. And we don't have the business to give to you. We can't just conjure up work to send to you.
Wow.
And so, that idea is,
it's probably why they got fired, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure, but if you are in a position where you have to buy packaging, you're in a position like where Hugh is at. It's so grateful, and it's so grateful or wonderful for the people whose job it is to make packaging, to just be told the truth, right? Like,
yeah,
that
oh yeah,
and you appreciate that. Like, it just helps everybody out. Like, just be honest. Yeah. If you're like, this is what drives, someone says like, I really need to save 10% on my current packaging spend. Great. What are you currently spending? I can't tell you that. Well, now we're not really.
Yeah. Then there's no relationship, right? There's no trust. You have to have trust in that comes with sharing information and being a good partner.
Yes. Chris brings up a good point. Do you think more people are turning to AI, which is obviously Allen Iverson, to get answers to packaging questions? He does not have the answers.
He's so busy lately. I don't know how he's keeping up with all of this demand. Yeah.
His nickname is The Answer, but he does not have the answer to packaging questions.
It's a great point, Chris. I think you're right. And I think it's scary that people are relying on something that's untested technology and it's not fully flushed out yet. You're right.
Yeah. Now you can do some really cool stuff with AI. You can make a lot of decisions. I know plenty of companies now that are creating sort of an intranet of AI where they upload all of their quality documents, all of their SOPs. That AI does not go out to the internet, doesn't look for other information. And you can just say like, hey, what do I do about this ISO standard? And it will tell you. You don't have to go look it up. So
that's an isolated large language model. Like
yes.
So it's like a mini chat GTP kind of thing.
Yeah, GPT, not GT.
GPT.
Okay, boomer. Am I right, everybody? Am I right? Look at this guy over here.
I was so close.
Jeez.
Rewind the tape. Yeah.
Jeez. Do you have AOL Instant Messenger?
Hold on, my modem is beeping.
Did you get AOL online? You got mail?
You've got mail. Good movie, by the way.
It was a good movie. Well, that's all I have for today. I know tomorrow we've got Pack of the Week. Corey, I would love for you to pick a Pack of the Week. So somebody out there, please.
I'll find something nice. Send me something nice. If you've got something, send me a message. Hey, this is a good Pack of the Week idea. If you have a business, you have Hugh, if you want to send me a picture of something, we can talk about it. Or Chris, project you're working on, or Jigathes.
Yeah.
Reach out. Let us know.
Check his MySpace for Pack of the Week. So definitely do that. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. I've got a crazy Thursday, Thaco Thursday. That sounds like a bad word. Appreciate everyone for tuning in on this quick episode. We'll be back. I think it's just myself and Corey tomorrow as well, right?
He's busy doing stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy. So Avelio, let's give you the last word here. What is it that you would like